While the world is just waking up to Pi Network, most investors have missed one massive fact. Google has been working with Pi since day one. What if I told you that while the entire crypto world has been chasing the next big thing, they've completely missed the most important partnership in blockchain history? Google has been quietly powering Pi Network since its very inception, and this isn't some marketing gimmick or speculative rumor. For investors and crypto enthusiasts, understanding the quiet but powerful partnership between Pi Network and Google is essential. It reveals why Pi Network is not just a project with potential, but a platform already delivering on its promise to build a decentralized economy with the support of one of the world's most robust cloud infrastructures. This is a technical reality that has given Pi Network an operational advantage that most crypto projects can only dream of. But here's what I want to know from you pioneers. Why do you think mainstream crypto media has been so quiet about this partnership? How many of you pioneers actually realized you were using Google's infrastructure every time you opened your Pi app? If Google's infrastructure can handle billions of users globally, and Pi Network already has over 50 million pioneers, what do you think will happen when Pi goes fully public and hits major exchanges? Be honest in the comments. I'm reading every single comment, so make sure your thoughts are detailed. Let's first greet and welcome my pioneer to the channel, where we uncover the hidden truths about Pi Network that mainstream crypto media won't tell you. If you're a serious Pi investor, or someone who's been wondering why Pi Network seems different from every other crypto project out there, you're in exactly the right place. Whether you're turning from the India, United States, Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, Canada, Philippines, South Africa, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet, I'm happy that you chose to be with me again. You can join our community by subscribing and ring notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, comment Pi Network to the moon, along with your country, to show the world how massive our pioneer community really is. I'm Nathan as usual, and today I'm going to reveal the secret backbone that explains Pi Network's unprecedented global rise and why smart money is paying attention. Let's now get started. Here's what most investors have completely overlooked. While other crypto projects are burning through millions of dollars, building basic infrastructure and constantly dealing with outages, scalability nightmares, and security breaches, Pi Network has been operating on something far more sophisticated. From day one, Pi Network made a strategic decision that would define its entire trajectory. They leveraged Firebase, Google's robust development platform that's built on Google Cloud Platform. Now you might be thinking, so what? Lots of apps use Google services. But here's where it gets interesting. Firebase isn't just some basic toolkit that anyone can use. This is enterprise-level infrastructure that powers some of the world's most reliable and widely used platforms. We're talking about the same technology stack that handles billions of users across Google's ecosystem without breaking a sweat. For pioneers who have been mining Pi for years, this integration between Google and Pi Network has been hiding in plain sight. But for new investors and crypto analysts who are just discovering Pi Network, this revelation offers a rare glimpse into why Pi Network is uniquely positioned to achieve global scale while its competitors are still struggling with basic technical challenges. Let me break down exactly how this partnership works and why it matters for your investment decisions. Pi Network uses Firebase to enable secure and seamless authentication for millions of users globally. This means when you log into your Pi app, you're protected by the same security protocols that Google uses for its own services. While other crypto projects are getting hacked and losing user funds, Pi Network benefits from Google's battle-tested security infrastructure. The platform also leverages cloud functions that serve as a scalable, serverless backend. This is technical language for something incredibly powerful. It means Pi Network can handle massive spikes in user activity without crashing or slowing down. When millions of pioneers around the world are mining simultaneously, the system doesn't buckle under pressure like we see with other blockchain projects during high traffic periods. Cloud storage is another critical component that Pi Network uses to manage KYC images, profile photos, and application assets efficiently. This isn't just about storage space. This is about having a globally distributed, redundant system that ensures your data is always accessible and secure. While other projects struggle with data management and user verification processes, Pi Network has enterprise-grade solutions handling everything seamlessly. Firebase's analytics and crash reporting capabilities continuously enhance the app's performance, security, and user experience. This means Pi Network is constantly improving based on real data from millions of users. While other crypto projects are shooting in the dark with their development decisions, Pi Network has access to enterprise-level insights that guide every improvement. What makes this partnership even more brilliant is the financial structure. Firebase offers dual plans including Spark, which provides free access with high limits, and Blaze, which operates on a pay-as-you-go model. This allowed Pi Network to scale sustainably without requiring millions in upfront infrastructure costs. They could grow as user demand exploded while maintaining system stability and security through Google's global infrastructure. In clear investment terms, Pi Network began with a lean, efficient model and expanded intelligently, backed by Google's proven capacity to scale without compromising on performance or security. This is exactly the kind of strategic thinking that separates successful tech companies from the countless startups that burn through investor money on unnecessary infrastructure. From the beginning, Pi Network also integrated Google reCAPTCHA to protect its system from bots, spam, and fraudulent accounts. This technology is trusted globally by banks, major crypto exchanges, and social media platforms. It ensures that only real users participate in Pi mining, keeping the ecosystem clean and robust. This has given Pi Network a critical edge over copycat crypto applications that often struggle with bot attacks and fraudulent activities that completely undermine their credibility and security. Pi Network's listing on the Google Play Store with over 50 million downloads underscores its credibility and technological readiness. Gaining approval on Google Play is no small achievement. It requires meeting Google's stringent privacy and security standards while maintaining the ability to deliver seamless updates to a global user base. Many crypto projects never even make it onto major app stores because they can't meet these basic requirements. This level of accessibility has made Pi Network a gateway for everyday users to enter the crypto and Web3 space without the typical barriers associated with most crypto platforms. While many crypto projects remain confined to theoretical discussions, endless testnets, and limited communities of tech enthusiasts, Pi Network has already transitioned into a functional, scalable platform used by tens of millions of real people worldwide. Its unique position is strengthened by the fact that it runs continuously on Google Cloud infrastructure, ensuring high availability, robust security, and seamless updates. This technical foundation gives Pi Network a distinct advantage in the increasingly competitive crypto and Web3 environment. When other projects are dealing with downtime and technical issues, Pi Network just keeps running. For crypto investors, banking institutions, crypto analysts, and Web3 builders, this infrastructure partnership signals that Pi Network is not merely another speculative token project. It is a practical application with the infrastructure to support real-world use cases and mass adoption. This is the kind of fundamental analysis that smart money looks for when evaluating long-term crypto investments. As user demand grows and Pi's ecosystem expands, its reliance on scalable cloud infrastructure means it can adapt quickly, implement updates efficiently, and manage a global user base without the disruptions that constantly plague smaller projects. This scalability advantage becomes more valuable as the crypto market matures and users demand reliable, professional-grade experiences. The narrative of decentralized systems often focuses exclusively on blockchain technology. However, Pi Network's growth story illustrates that the future of Web3 is actually the intelligent convergence of blockchain and cloud infrastructure. By leveraging Google's infrastructure, Pi Network exemplifies how decentralization and centralized scalability can coexist, enabling a reliable user experience while supporting global scale. This is a critical lesson for crypto startups aiming to achieve sustainable growth rather than just generating hype. The crypto sector is evolving rapidly, with banking institutions and crypto analysts increasingly monitoring projects that offer genuine utility and scalability rather than just speculative potential. Pi Network's infrastructure-backed growth positions it exceptionally well to capture a significant share of the market as Web3 expands into mainstream adoption. Did this deep dive help you finally understand the complexity and brilliance of Pi's dual value system? Do you now see why some content creators are so passionate about defending their positions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to share your predictions about when you think the dual system will merge into a single value. More importantly, this system protects early users like us from the devastating effects of market manipulation. The enclosed phase prevents whales, institutional investors, and early adopters from dumping massive amounts of Pi onto the open market, which could crash the price to pennies before the ecosystem has time to mature and develop sustainable value. We've seen this tragedy play out with countless other cryptocurrencies where early investors cashed out immediately, leaving regular miners holding worthless tokens. But here's where the Pi community drama really explodes, and why content creators are literally at each other's throats over this topic. Pi content creators have divided into two warring camps, like something out of a cryptocurrency civil war. On one side, you have the believers who are absolutely convinced in the global coin value system and the potential for Pi to reach these astronomical barter prices. On the other side, you have the skeptics who think these valuations are completely unrealistic and potentially misleading to the community. This division became even more intense and controversial on February 20th, when Pi was listed on some exchanges, sparking another massive debate that's still raging today. This is the debate between Exchange Pi versus Wallet Pi, and it's creating a value schism that's confusing even experienced crypto investors. Here's what's happening that most people don't understand. Your mined Pi that sits in your Pi wallet has to go through the complete KYC verification process, ensuring that real people are behind real accounts. Meanwhile, Exchange Pi can be bought cheaply by anyone without going through the same rigorous verification process that miners endure. This creates a situation where we literally have two different types of what should be the same cryptocurrency, each with different values, different legitimacy, and different purposes within the ecosystem. It's like having two versions of the dollar, one that you earned through work and another that you bought from a currency exchange, but they're somehow worth different amounts even though they look identical. The reality that most Pi holders need to understand is that Pi's dual value system is temporary, designed as a bridge between the current enclosed phase and the future open market phase. The core team has made it clear that this system will eventually merge into a single market-driven price when Open Mainnet launches. But the timeline for this transition depends on several critical conditions that must be met before global coin value can become stable and sustainable. The Mainnet infrastructure must be fully operational and capable of handling massive transaction loads without breaking down under pressure. Think about this. If millions of Pi holders suddenly start transacting simultaneously, the network needs to handle that volume flawlessly. Real user activity and transaction volume must increase dramatically so that genuine value can emerge from actual supply and demand rather than speculative pricing. This means we need real businesses, real services, and real economic activity happening on the Pi blockchain. Comprehensive testing phases must be completed, including stress testing and security testing, with sufficient data to support the global coin value system. The core team cannot and will not risk launching an unstable system that could jeopardize the entire Pi ecosystem. Most critically, proper crypto regulations and legal permissions must be established and approved by relevant authorities. This is perhaps the most complex and time-consuming requirement because it involves navigating the regulatory landscape of multiple countries and jurisdictions. The core team is working tirelessly on achieving these goals, but they require extensive time, resources, and careful coordination. A stable global coin value will only emerge after all these conditions are thoroughly met, which could realistically take months or even years to complete. Market conditions, government policies, and global economic factors will also significantly influence this timeline. Here's the hard truth that every Pi holder needs to accept, and this might be difficult for some people to hear. The dual value system won't be declared complete on a predetermined date like Pi2Day or Pi Day, despite what some content creators might suggest. Expecting Pi to suddenly jump to $314,159 overnight is not just unrealistic, it's potentially setting yourself up for massive disappointment that could lead to poor financial decisions. PiCoin, often referred to as PiCoin, may soon transition from being a mined asset within a closed ecosystem to a widely recognized token within the broader crypto economy. With Pi's potential listing on major exchanges and the continued development of its ecosystem, its Google-backed architecture will be instrumental in supporting its next growth phase. This infrastructure advantage could be the deciding factor in Pi Network's success when it enters the competitive exchange market. The collaboration between Google's infrastructure and Pi Network's vision represents a completely new model for crypto and Web3 projects. It showcases how blockchain initiatives can move beyond experimental stages into scalable, globally accessible platforms, capable of serving millions of users without compromising on performance or security. This is the blueprint that future successful crypto projects will need to follow. What makes this partnership even more significant is the timing. While most crypto projects are still figuring out basic infrastructure challenges, Pi Network solved these problems years ago by partnering with Google from the start. This head start advantage becomes more valuable every day as the crypto market becomes increasingly competitive and users demand professional-grade experiences. The financial implications are staggering. Traditional crypto projects spend millions on infrastructure development, server costs, and security measures. Pi Network bypassed all these expenses by leveraging Google's existing infrastructure. This capital efficiency means more resources can be dedicated to ecosystem development, user acquisition, and real-world utility rather than just keeping the lights on. For banking institutions evaluating crypto investments, this infrastructure partnership provides the kind of stability and reliability they require. Banks don't invest in experimental technology. They invest in proven platforms with solid foundations. Pi Network's Google-backed infrastructure gives it the institutional credibility that most crypto projects lack. The scalability factor cannot be overstated. As Pi Network approaches its open mainnet phase and potential exchange listings, the ability to handle massive transaction volumes without system failures will be crucial. Google's infrastructure has already proven it can handle global scale. This means Pi Network won't face the growing pains that typically destroy crypto projects during their expansion phases. For serious investors and crypto enthusiasts, understanding this quiet but powerful partnership between Pi Network and Google is absolutely essential. It reveals why Pi Network is not just another project with potential, but a platform that's already delivering on its promise to build a decentralized economy with the support of one of the world's most robust cloud infrastructures. The competitive moat this creates is nearly impossible for other projects to replicate. Building relationships with tech giants like Google takes years of proven reliability and user growth. New crypto projects simply cannot access this level of infrastructure support from day one. Pi Network's early adoption of Google's services has created a sustainable competitive advantage that grows stronger over time. Looking ahead, this partnership positions Pi Network perfectly for the next phase of crypto adoption. As governments and institutions begin embracing digital currencies, they will gravitate toward platforms with proven infrastructure, regulatory compliance, and operational stability. Pi Network checks all these boxes thanks to its Google Foundation. If this revelation about Google's secret role in Pi Network's success has opened your eyes to why Pi might be positioned differently than other crypto projects, make sure to smash that like button right now. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'll be bringing you more insider insights that mainstream crypto media won't cover. As the world continues to embrace crypto and Web3 technologies, Pi Network's foundation ensures it is not only ready for the present challenges, but also fully equipped for the future of global digital economies. This Google-backed infrastructure isn't just a technical advantage, it's a strategic positioning that could determine the winners and losers in the next phase of crypto evolution. Thanks for watching, pioneers. Keep mining, keep believing, and remember that you're not just part of any crypto project. You're part of the only crypto project with Google's infrastructure powering every transaction, every mining session, and every step toward mainstream adoption. I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into Pi Network's revolutionary approach. Until then, Pi Network to the moon.